Archangel Michael has just appeared in Jerusalem. Yes, you heard it right. Imagine seeing a heavenly being right before your eyes. Unbelievable, isn't it? Witnessing this breathtaking sight in South Carolina, Heron was left speechless. With tensions rising in the Middle East and global conflicts escalating, Jerusalem has become a hotspot for attention. But now, in a stunning twist, God has sent Archangel Michael to show support to Israel during these trying times. This divine appearance is a beacon of hope amidst adversity, strengthening the resolve of God's people. What does this astonishing event mean? How does it impact Israel's situation? Let's dive into the video to know. Over the past few months, the global community has been captivated by the ongoing situation in Gaza. This issue has become a matter of great concern, drawing widespread attention from various corners of the world. From bustling cities like Madrid and Mexico City to vibrant metropolises such as Rotterdam, New York, and Rabat, there has been a surge of support for the Palestinian people. Peaceful protests and demonstrations have echoed the calls for justice and compassion. This wave of solidarity was particularly evident during the 2026 FIFA World Cup qualifiers across Asia. Spectators and players alike voiced their demands for a ceasefire, urging an end to the violence and a restoration of peace in the region. The majority of international support has unmistakably shifted towards the Palestinian cause. People around the world are expressing empathy and solidarity with the suffering of the Palestinian people. However, amidst the public sentiment surrounding these events, it's crucial to remember the underlying motives behind the October 7th attack. It was a deliberate act of violence aimed at targeting and exterminating Jews. God's protection over Israel. Despite enduring 2,500 years of dispersion and persecution, the people of Israel have managed to survive. Throughout history, there have been furious attempts to annihilate them, from the Babylonians to violent anti-Jewish riots in the 19th century, to attacks from Queen Isabella and Hitler. Moreover, over nefarious plans to exterminate the Jews throughout history, these attempts have consistently failed. While many other nations have faded away, the Jewish people's resilience and survival stand as a testament to their enduring protection over the ages. In recent years, there has been a remarkable restoration of the nation of Israel, accompanied by divine blessings. In just 100 years, the Jewish population in Israel has seen an astonishing 700% increase, primarily due to mass Jewish immigration. Israel has become a focal point for the challenges faced in contemporary times. Despite the complexities of geopolitical relations in the turbulent Middle East, scenes like the congregation prayers in the Iraqi capital, Baghdad, every Friday showcase that God has never forsaken his promised land. Blessed by God as his chosen people, Israel has been provided with an angelic protector named Michael. Michael, an archangel and a pure spirit created by God, serves as a significant messenger to humanity, celestial visions and divine shield. Eyewitnesses have reported celestial visions above Israeli armored vehicles resembling a swarm of angels. This awe-inspiring event not only energized Israeli troops, but also instilled fear in their Arab adversaries. Many interpret this as a divine shield, a sign of God's intervention safeguarding Israel at a critical juncture. This extraordinary event underscores the resilience of the Israeli people amidst challenging circumstances. It sheds light on the intricate nature of geopolitical relations in the Middle East during this tumultuous period. Let's take a step back and revisit the history of Israel's birth in May 1948. Immediately after its establishment, 5 Arab armies, Egypt, Syria, Jordan, Lebanon, and Iraq, launched an invasion against Israel. Arab rulers believed victory would come easily, perceiving Israel to be virtually defenseless. However, Jewish militias, with their strength and unwavering determination, inflicted a humiliating defeat upon the Arab armies. It's essential to acknowledge that Israel's strength and perseverance likely involved divine intervention. Six-Day War of 1967. In the Six-Day War of 1967, Egypt, Jordan, Syria, Lebanon, and later Iraq once again attacked Israel with the goal of obliterating it from the map. Despite facing significant disadvantages in terms of armor, aircraft, and troops, Israel made a preemptive strike aimed at decimating the Arab air forces on the ground. The war concluded with Israel acquiring territories such as the Sinai Peninsula, the Golan Heights, Gaza, the West Bank, and for the first time in 2,500 years, the entirety of Jerusalem. This outcome underscores the divine favor and protection bestowed upon Israel, highlighting their strength and perseverance despite overwhelming odds. In the 1948 war, the swift military defeat of Arab armies was, in part, attributed to a lack of coordination among Arab states. Bible scholars also interpret this defeat as a divine preparation for Christ's millennial rule from Jerusalem. In October 1973, Egyptian and Syrian forces launched a coordinated attack against Israel on Yom Kippur, the holiest day in the Jewish calendar. Yom Kippur is a time of rest, prayer, fasting, and reflection. The surprise attack, taking place when Israel was at rest, worked to the advantage of Egyptian forces. Despite heavy losses, Israel, with urgent assistance from the United States, emerged victorious, once again highlighting divine intervention. In early December 2016, an unusual storm cloud composed of dust and rain acted as a barrier between Israel and ISIS. Reports indicated that the storm ceased at the border of Syria and couldn't enter Israel's Golan Heights. Many believe that God intervened to prevent ISIS from infiltrating Israel's borders. Future examples of God's protection. Looking ahead, the imminent Gog and Magog war against Israel is anticipated to demonstrate that God continues to safeguard his people. These historical and more recent instances underscore the divine protection and intervention that Israel has experienced, even in times of unpreparedness or surprise attacks. It's crucial to recognize that divine protection is sometimes conditional. In the past, when the nation of Israel turned away from their God, these promises of protection seemed not to apply, resulting in their dispersion throughout the nations for approximately 2,500 years. Similarly, today, the majority of Israel's 8 million inhabitants do not recognize Jesus as their promised Messiah. According to prophecy, this could lead to a period of great tribulation shortly before they recognize their true Messiah. While Israel's history is filled with remarkable instances of overcoming impossible challenges and emerging victorious, ignoring the role of divine intervention is challenging. The repeated involvement of the Archangel in the nation's triumphs raises questions about how Archangel Michael has protected Israel and when God sent him to Israel. Archangel Michael in Scripture. Archangel Michael, often referred to as Saint Michael in Christian traditions, holds a prominent and revered position in religious beliefs. The name Michael means "who is like God," reflecting his role as a mighty warrior and servant of the divine. The first mention of the holy Archangel Michael can be found in the book of Daniel. In this book, the prophet Daniel has a vision of a heavenly being clothed in linen, identified as the Archangel Gabriel. Gabriel reveals to Daniel the spiritual resistance he encountered while trying to persuade the Persian king Cyrus to allow the Jewish people to return to Israel. In the book of Daniel, we encounter a spiritual battle where the prince of the kingdom of the Persians opposes the Archangel Gabriel for 21 days. At this critical juncture, Michael, one of the chief princes, comes to Gabriel's aid against the Persian king. Some translations interchange prince with angel, indicating the spiritual warfare at play. Gabriel realizes that he cannot fulfill his task alone and enlists the help of Michael, highlighting the collaborative effort required in spiritual battles. This episode underscores Michael's role as a defender and protector in the celestial realm. Later in the book of Daniel, Michael appears again, this time in a prophetic vision concerning the end of the world. Daniel 12:1 portrays Michael as the protector of the people of Israel, safeguarding them from their enemies. This marks the first explicit mention of Michael as Israel's guardian. Though Michael's name is not mentioned again in the Old Testament, we find a direct reference to him in the letter of St. Jude. Here, Michael is connected to an event involving a dispute over the body of Moses immediately after his death. According to Jewish tradition, Michael is seen as the protector of Moses' body. Michael's most memorable appearance in the Bible occurs in the book of Revelation. He is depicted as the leader of a heavenly army, casting down a great dragon on the earth. This portrayal underscores Michael's role as a powerful warrior and leader in spiritual warfare. The powerful depiction of Michael as a formidable warrior shows him striking down Satan, casting the evil serpent out of heaven once and for all. These scripture passages reveal Michael's role as a protector and warrior, possessing the power to defeat Satan and safeguard us from spiritual enemies. Michael's role doesn't end there. Throughout history, he continues his mission of being present and protecting God's people, both in general and the people of Israel in particular. Also, he has been known as the champion of every faithful soul engaged in strife against the forces of evil. Holy Scripture portrays him as the special guardian of the children of Israel, providing comfort and protection during times of sorrow or conflict. Michael prepares for the Jewish people's return from the Persian captivity, as seen when the prophet Daniel prays for that favor. He also leads the valiant Maccabees to victory in battle after the prayer of Judas Maccabeus, patron of the Church. Since its foundation by Jesus Christ, the Church has revered Saint Michael as her special patron and protector. She invokes his name in her Confiteor, acknowledging her faults, and calls upon him to accompany her children in the hour of death. Michael is also chosen as their guide from the purifying flames of purgatory to the realms of holy light. Finally, when Antichrist establishes his kingdom on earth, Michael will raise the banner of the cross once more, symbolizing his unwavering defense of God's people against all forms of evil. The prophecy from Scripture assures us that in those days the great Prince Michael would rise to protect the children of God. In the 6th century, during the plague in Rome, Pope Gregory the Great witnessed a vision of Saint Michael. In this vision, the archangel was seen sheathing his flaming sword, symbolizing the end of the devastating scourge afflicting the city. In gratitude for the assistance provided by Saint Michael, a church was built in 600 AD as an expression of thanks. Throughout history, numerous accounts and interactions with the Holy Archangel Michael have existed. While it's difficult to determine the veracity of these interactions, several notable accounts stand out. One of the most significant interactions with Archangel Michael in history was that of Joan of Arc, a young peasant girl from France. Joan claimed to have received divine guidance from Archangel Michael at the age of 13. In her visions, she saw and heard voices of saints, including Saint Michael, Saint Catherine of Alexandria, and Saint Margaret. Joan believed God sent these heavenly beings to guide her in supporting the rightful claim of the Dauphin, future King Charles VII, to the French throne. Michael's prominent role in Joan's visions. Archangel Michael played a prominent role in Joan's visions, appearing to her as a shining figure in armor, carrying a sword and a banner. He encouraged and advised her to lead the French army against the English occupiers and raise the siege of Orleans, a turning point in the 100 Years' War. Joan's conviction and belief in her divine mission inspired the French troops. She rallied support and led them to several important victories, demonstrating the profound impact of Archangel Michael's guidance and protection throughout history. Also, his successes, including lifting the siege of Orleans and the coronation of Charles VII at Reims, significantly impacted the outcome of the war. Her leadership and victories inspired her troops and influenced the course of the conflict. Another notable interaction with Archangel Michael occurred in Chon, Ecuador, 1822. During this event, the Archangel is said to have appeared to a young girl named Juana Lopez while she was collecting water from a well. According to local accounts, Archangel Michael performed miracles and conveyed messages of spiritual significance during the alleged apparition. The reported apparition profoundly impacted the local community, sparking strong devotion to the Archangel. A chapel was built at the site of the apparition to honor Michael, known as the Chapel of Archangel Michael. It became a place of pilgrimage and prayer for believers seeking spiritual blessings and intercession. Over time, the veneration of Archangel Michael in Chon spread beyond the local area, becoming more widespread throughout Ecuador and neighboring countries. Today, the Chapel of Archangel Michael in Chon continues to attract visitors and remains an important religious site for those who believe in the apparition and the miraculous intervention of the Archangel. Numerous stories, including the Battle of Lechfeld, the vision of Pope Leo I, the apparition at Harova, and more, confirm that Archangel Michael has repeatedly appeared in places other than Israel to offer support and motivation. These accounts serve as confirmation of divine intervention throughout history. Belief in angels. Many people believe that angels are still among us, carrying out specific purposes as messengers of God. While some individuals claim to have had encounters with angels, others may be unaware of these angelic meetings. Nevertheless, God commands His angels to guard and protect us in all aspects of our lives, offering hope, comfort, and guidance. Angels are here to ensure our well-being and prevent harm from befalling us. As faithful spirits closest to God, they are marked by Him and entrusted with the task of safeguarding us. God's promise, as described in the Psalms, also extends to us. See, I am sending an angel ahead of you to guard you along the way and to bring you to the place I have prepared. This promise was made to the Israelites, assuring them of guidance and protection on their journey to the promised land of Canaan. It's crucial to note that this angel was no ordinary being, but a manifestation of Christ Himself. In the Old Testament, angels are sent to protect us and assist us in inheriting God's kingdom fully. The Bible informs us that angels are servants of God, carrying out His will and working for our ultimate good. Hebrews reminds us that angels are ministering spirits sent to serve those who will receive salvation through faith in Jesus Christ. Role in salvation. Angels play a significant role in God's plan for our redemption, contributing to our deliverance from sin and its consequences. The psalmist praises God's excellent majesty and universal dominion, acknowledging the angels who obediently carry out His bidding and intervene on His behalf to protect and help His people. The Bible even advises us to be hospitable and friendly to strangers, as some have unknowingly entertained messengers of God. Angels are not only protectors, but also powerful beings who glorify the Lord around His throne. Countless angels encircle Him, offering continuous praise and adoration, revealing a different dimension of angels beyond their role as guardians. Despite being the highest of all angels in heaven, Satan's excessive pride and desire to be worshipped above God led to his expulsion, along with 1/3 of the angels who followed him. These fallen angels represent the dark spiritual forces we face today, skilled at disguising themselves as angels to lead us into destructive traps and divert our worship away from God. Living with awareness and discernment is crucial in recognizing and resisting the enemy's tactics. We must remain vigilant against deceptive influences and stay devoted to honoring God. We can take comfort in God's promise to assist us as we navigate life's challenges. Even when we are unaware of our needs or impending disasters, God knows the way and is actively at work, providing hope and protection and addressing our needs with justice and mercy. God's purpose is to draw us closer to Himself and encourage us to live wisely and fully devoted to Him. His interventions may not always be immediately evident, occurring behind the scenes or unfolding at unexpected times, but He is consistently working on our behalf. We must recognize the spiritual realm surrounding us at all times. May God grant us a clear vision to perceive the presence of angels among us and witness the ongoing miracles He performs, even in our present day. God's presence, whether manifested in angelic form or through His divine intervention, can bring comfort, protection, and guidance to Israel. By acknowledging and seeking His presence, Israel can find strength and assurance in His promises, navigating through challenges with faith and resilience. The angel of Exodus 33:19. In the midst of conflict, there are beliefs among some individuals that the angel mentioned in Exodus 33:19 represents God Himself appearing in angelic form. This angel speaks with the authority of God, proclaiming his name and declaring acts of mercy and compassion. The presence accompanying the children of Israel is identified as both the Lord and the angel of God. This angel holds a unique position among ordinary angels, as God's very name is within him. He possesses the power to forgive sins, a capability exclusive to God alone. Throughout their journey from Egypt to the Promised Land, the angel of the Lord personally guided the Israelites. The appearance of this angel in a glorious cloud further suggests that he is the angel of the Lord, whom many Christians believe to be Jesus Christ, appearing prior to his incarnation in later history. In the Old Testament, God manifested his presence through a visible, glowing cloud symbolizing his glory. Israel was led by a pillar of fire and a cloud, while in the New Testament, Jesus Christ often had a similar cloud accompanying him. Revelation 17 describes Jesus coming with clouds visible to all, including those who pierced him. Additionally, Jeremiah writes about the appearance of clouds in relation to God. Considering what the Bible reveals about angels, it seems highly plausible that Christ, in the form of an angel, came to earth in the Old Testament. He represented the greatest angel, serving as a reminder of God's faithfulness. The angel symbolizes God's enduring faithfulness to believers. Despite the mystery surrounding his precise identity and limited mention in Exodus, he holds a central position in Israel's redemption, signifying God's presence with his people from beginning to end. Role in Israel's redemption. In the book of Daniel, we witness Michael's role as he aids Israel during the Persian captivity, ensuring their return from captivity. A prophecy foretells that during challenging times, Michael will rise to protect the children of God, depicting him as a powerful guardian and protector of Israel. Archangel Michael's role reinforces his deep connection with the chosen people. He stands as a steadfast companion, offering guidance, inspiration, and protection amidst uncertainty and turmoil. Archangel Michael is likened to a best friend who stands by your side and protects you from negative energies. He assists leaders in making choices aligned with God's will, extending his guidance beyond strategic matters to encompass moral and ethical considerations. Michael's celestial wisdom and unwavering commitment to righteousness serve as a beacon of hope, providing clarity and discernment in times of conflict. His guidance reminds leaders of the importance of justice, compassion, and mercy, guiding them through challenging circumstances. So what do you think of the appearance of Archangel Michael in Jerusalem? Comment below and subscribe for more.